Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 5. It's a new season. Season 4 was won by Essendon against Carlton in the grand final. This is a new season. Let's kick it off. It is Melbourne versus Collingwood at the MCG in round 1. Let's go to the first quarter. The first quarter has been done. Melbourne have kicked 2-4-16 to Collingwood 5-3-33. All right, let's go to the second quarter of this game. And Melbourne have kicked 3-3 to Collingwood 6-5. And at half time, Melbourne are trailing by 37 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, Melbourne have kicked back. They've kicked 5-3 to Collingwood 2-5. And at three-quarter time, Melbourne are trailing by 21 points. Let's go to the last quarter of the first game of the first round. And Melbourne have kicked 4-5 to Collingwood 1-1. And in the end, Melbourne have won by 1 point. Oh, my God. This is unbelievable. The first game of Dice Season 5, Melbourne have come back and won by 1 point. All right. Exciting. Let's go to the next game. It is North Melbourne versus GWS Giants. Let's go to the first quarter. And the first quarter is nearly done. And North Melbourne have kicked 6-2 to GWS 5-6. 2 points the difference at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. And North Melbourne have kicked 6-3 to GWS 3-4. And at half time, North Melbourne are leading by 19 points. Let's go to the third quarter. In the third quarter, GWS have kicked 5-4 to North Melbourne 4-3. And at three-quarter time, North Melbourne are leading by 12 points. Let's go to the last quarter of the second game of round 1. And GWS, they've come out and they've beaten North Melbourne by 6 points. They kicked 4-5 to North Melbourne 1-5. Final scores, North Melbourne 17-13, 115 to GWS Giants 17-19, 121. So couple of close games already. All right, let's go to the third game. It is Hawthorn versus Sydney Swans. We've got Hawthorn kicking 6-4 to Sydney 3-1. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, 4-3 apiece. And at half time, Hawthorn are leading by 21 points. Let's go to the third quarter of this game. In the third quarter, Hawthorn have kicked 5-5 to Sydney 2-4. And at three-quarter time, Hawthorn are leading by 40 points. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Final quarter, Hawthorn have kicked 1-6 to Sydney 1-1. And in the end, Hawthorn have won by 45 points. Final scores, Hawthorn 16-18, 114 to Sydney 10-9, 69. All right, let's go to the fourth game. It is Adelaide Crows versus West Coast Eagles at Adelaide Oval. And we've got Adelaide in the first quarter kicking 2-2 to West Coast 3-1. All right, let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Adelaide have kicked 2-5 to West Coast 1-2. And at half time, Adelaide are leading by 4 points. Let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, Adelaide have kicked 5-3 to West Coast 4-1. And at three-quarter time, Adelaide are leading by 12 points. Let's go to the final quarter, see who wins this game. And in the end, Adelaide have kicked 6-5 to West Coast 2-2. And Adelaide have won by 39 points. Final scores, Adelaide 15-15, 105 to West Coast Eagles 10-6, 66. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Essendon versus Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. And Essendon have kicked 1-5 to Port Adelaide, 2-3 in the first quarter. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Essendon have kicked 5 goals 2 to Port Adelaide 4 goals 2. And at half time, Essendon are leading by 2 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Port Adelaide have kicked 6 goals 6 to Essendon 4 goals 3. And at 3/4 time, Port Adelaide are up by 13 points. All right, let's go to the last quarter of this fifth game. And Port Adelaide have kicked 6 goals 5 to Essendon 2 goals 3. And then in the end, Port Adelaide have won by 39 points. Final scores, Essendon 12-13, 85 to Port Adelaide 18-16, 124. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Brisbane versus Carlton. It is the rematch of the preliminary final in Dice Season 4. And we've got Brisbane kicking 6 goals 5 to Carlton 2 goals 2. So big quarter from the Brisbane Lions in the first quarter. And then we've got second quarter, Brisbane have kicked 5 goals 1 to Carlton 4 goals 5. And at half time, Brisbane are leading by 29 points. All right, let's go to the third quarter. And the third quarter, Carlton have kicked 4 goals 4 to Brisbane 3 goals 3. And 3/4 time, Brisbane are leading by 22 points. Let's go to the last quarter of this game. And Brisbane have kicked 5 goals 1 to Carlton 1-3. And in the end, Brisbane have won by 44 points. Final scores, Brisbane 19-10, 124 to Carlton 11-14, 80. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Gold Coast Suns versus Fremantle at Metricon Stadium. Fremantle have kicked 5 goals 3 to Gold Coast 1-4. And they're leading by 23 points at quarter time. Second quarter, Gold Coast have kicked 4 goals 3 to Fremantle 1-1. And at half time, Gold Coast have kicked back and they're trailing by 3 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Gold Coast kicking 5 goals 6 to Fremantle 1-4. And at 3/4 time, Gold Coast are up by 23 points at home. All right, let's go to the final quarter to see who wins. And Fremantle have kicked 5 goals 1 to Gold Coast 2-6. And in the end, Gold Coast have got up and beaten Fremantle Dockers by 10 points. Final scores, Gold Coast 12-19, 91 to Fremantle 12-9, 81. All right. Second last game, it's Western Bulldogs versus Geelong Cats down at Marvel Stadium. We've got Geelong kicking 5 goals 5 to the Bulldogs 2 goals 2. And at quarter time, Geelong have got a handy lead. All right, Geelong, second quarter, they've kicked 3 goals 2 to Western Bulldogs 1-5. And at half time, Geelong are leading by 5 goals. Let's go to the third quarter of this game. And Geelong have kicked 6 goals 6 to the Bulldogs 3-5. And Geelong are leading by 49 points. All right, let's go to the final quarter. Final quarter, Geelong have kicked another 4 goals 2 to Western Bulldogs 1-4. And in the end, Geelong have won by 65 points. Final scores, Western Bulldogs 7-16, 58 to Geelong Cats 18-15, 123. All right, last game of the round, round 1, start of Dice Season 5. We've got Richmond versus St Kilda. First quarter, St Kilda have kicked 6 goals 6 to Richmond 2-3. Okay, let's go to the second quarter. We've got Richmond kicking 5 goals 6 to St Kilda 1-2. And at half time, Richmond are up by 1 point. All right, let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, St Kilda have kicked 4 goals 5 to Richmond 3-1. And at 3/4 time, St Kilda are up by 9 points. Okay, let's go to the final quarter to see who wins this game. And St Kilda have kicked 2 goals to Richmond 1-3. And in the end, St Kilda have won by 14 points. Well, that concludes the first round of Dice Season 5. We've got a new ladder that okay, we've got a new leader after round 1. We've got Geelong Cats are on top with a percentage of 212.07. And then we've got Hawthorn second, Adelaide Crows third, and then Brisbane fourth. And then the remaining 4 teams in the 8, we've got Port Adelaide, St Kilda, Gold Coast, and GWS Giants. And the 2 grand finalists from last season are in 14th and 15th positions. Well, that concludes the first round of Dice Season 5. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.